Michigan is heading to the NCAA Championship game. The Wolverines defeated Arizona 78-75 in a Final Four battle that came down to the final possession. With 45 seconds left on the clock and Michigan clinging to a one-point lead, Trey McKenney drained a contested three-pointer from the wing, extending Michigan's advantage to 76-72. Arizona's Caleb Love, who had been spectacular all night, responded with a quick layup, cutting the deficit back to 2 points with 30 seconds remaining. Michigan then converted two crucial free throws after a foul, pushing their lead to 78-74. Arizona had one last chance. Keshad Johnson drove to the basket, drawing a foul with 3.2 seconds left. He made the first free throw but intentionally missed the second, hoping for an offensive rebound. Michigan's Terrace Reed Jr. secured the rebound, effectively sealing the victory and sending the Wolverines to the national title game. The final buzzer sounded, confirming Michigan's hard-fought triumph in a game that saw 18 lead changes and 12 ties. This wasn't a runaway for Michigan, it was a grind against a determined Arizona team. The Wildcats, led by Caleb Love, consistently answered every Michigan run. Love scored 15 of his game-high 25 points in the second half, keeping Arizona within striking distance. Michigan struggled to establish a comfortable lead, with their largest advantage never exceeding 7 points. Arizona's Omar Ballo dominated the paint early, grabbing 6 offensive rebounds in the first half alone, contributing to 10 second-chance points for the Wildcats. Michigan's defense, which had been a hallmark of their tournament run, allowed Arizona to shoot 52% from the field in the first half. The Wolverines found themselves down by 4 at halftime, 39-35, a rare deficit for them in this tournament. The pressure mounted with every possession, as neither team could create significant separation, setting the stage for a dramatic finish. The game's decisive sequence began with just under 2 minutes left. Arizona held a 72-71 lead after a driving layup from Pelle Larsson. Michigan's Doug McDaniel then drove hard to the basket, drawing a foul and converting both free throws to put Michigan up 73-72. On the ensuing Arizona possession, Caleb Love attempted a step-back jumper that rimmed out, and Michigan's Will Shetter pulled down a critical defensive rebound. This led directly to McKenney's pivotal three-pointer, shifting the momentum decisively. Arizona's next offensive set resulted in a turnover, a costly mistake in such a tight game. Michigan capitalized, drawing another foul and sinking 2 more free throws. The Wildcats were forced to foul again, and while they managed to get a point back from the line, the clock was their biggest enemy. Michigan's late-game execution, particularly from the free throw line, proved the difference. Trey McKenney emerged as Michigan's hero, not just for his late three, but for his consistent scoring throughout the game. He finished with 22 points on 8 of 14 shooting, including 4 of 7 from beyond the arc. His ability to create his own shot under pressure was vital. Doug McDaniel provided a steady hand at point guard, dishing out 7 assists and adding 14 points, often penetrating Arizona's defense to create opportunities. Terrace Reed Jr. anchored the defense and battled Ballo effectively in the second half, securing 9 rebounds and altering several shots. For Arizona, Caleb Love's 25 points were a valiant effort, but he received less support than needed in the final minutes. Omar Ballo finished with a double-double, 16 points and 13 rebounds, but his impact waned slightly in the second half as Michigan adjusted its interior defense. Keshad Johnson added 12 points, but Arizona's bench contributed only 8 points, a stark contrast to Michigan's 15. Michigan now advances to the NCAA Championship game, their first appearance in the finals since 2018. They will face the UConn Huskies, who dominated their own Final Four matchup earlier in the day. This victory solidifies Dusty May's first season at Michigan as an undeniable success, far exceeding preseason expectations. The Wolverines will have less than 48 hours to prepare for a UConn team that has looked unstoppable throughout the tournament. The championship game will be a clash of styles. Michigan's disciplined offense and clutch shooting against UConn's relentless defense and powerful frontcourt. The stage is set for a monumental showdown in Glendale, Arizona, with the national title on the line. Michigan will need to replicate their late-game composure and defensive intensity to have a chance against the Huskies.